Hello, my chaotic goblins. Welcome to craft night. Today, I'm hoping to finish up Sylveon here, and then we will get started on a new evolution or possibly Pikachu. I didn't print out the instructions for Pikachu, so I'm hoping y'all pick an evolution. In fact, I may only let you pick an evolution tonight. That is really hot still. Okay. So we have just a little bit left here to do on Sylveon, and this is like really low. Let me see if I can fix this. I thought it was going to be okay, but it's like lower than I thought it was going to be. Like that. There we go. Just that one. There we go. And that one's still fine. Hi, Kaylee. How you doing? Hi, Charlie Quinn. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Black Jade, hello. All the Pokeballs. Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball. Go! I don't know. I'm hyped up on... Oh, we don't have music. I'm like... There we go. I'm like dancing to music in my own head right now because I don't have actual music on. So that's like... chaotic in and of itself. I'm full chaos gremlin mode tonight, apparently. Oh, I didn't bring my water bottle downstairs. And I'm not wearing my glasses. Something's wrong with the purple graph. Why is it on emote only? Hold on. Let me fix that. I set it up that way at the end of the last stream. Somebody told me that, like, I guess, even when I'm not live, people can like jump in the chat and say stuff. I don't know. So somebody was like, you should set it to emotes only when you're not there to like moderate it. And I was like, okay, so I'm just following directions. But now it should be back to normal. Thank you for reminding me because I will 100% forget. Okay, so I have a couple of like random stitches here and there that like just got missed the first time around. But it's like one of like a few different colors. So I'm gonna finish those up real quick and then we'll get started on that very last gray that we had to do. And also I realized at the end of the last live, I was like, oh, I'm opening the poll for you guys to like vote on what the next one will be, and like I'll have the stuff prepped for it. That way like we can just like get started. And then I ended the live without looking at the poll results, which means I can't go back and see what the poll results were from the last one, which is like, seems like it shouldn't be that way. Like I should be able to see the results of the poll even after a live has ended. Like I should be able to go back and like look. And apparently I can't. So you guys are gonna get to vote again, and I've printed out all of the evolutions except for Sylveon, so that you guys can re-vote, and I will start on it tonight. So you'll actually get to see me like cut everything out. And for those of you who have been waiting for another video to drop on the How to Cross Stitch series, I'm really sorry. I got super overwhelmed this week. And I did not sit down and make a single video. But some people were saying like, oh, the gridding seems really hard. Like, is there another way to do it? Yes. And I will show you how to do that tonight on the live. And then for those of you watching on the Purple app, it'll be uploaded to YouTube so you can go back and watch again if you're not ready to do it now. For those of you who are on TikTok, I will sit down and make a video showing the alternative method to starting without gridding on the back. And it's super easy. And actually it's basically like just making that cross like I showed in that last video, the cross to show where the middle of your fabric piece is, and then you just start stitching. You just like skip the gridding part altogether. It's not necessary. I just tend to like it. But that doesn't mean you have to do it, and you can do it just fine without it. And actually the last couple pieces that I made, like the abras that I made, I did it with just the center start method without gridding. It's just fine, works just fine. So we'll do a center start method tonight. Now the hard part comes, what Pokemon should I stitch next? This is where dice rolls come in handy with me, or polling you guys and making you guys decide for me, because that is like for sure the hardest part of this process is like, which one do I do next? Like, that is always done. Are you almost done with this evolution? Yes, I am. So I'm literally stitching up, like, I literally have like just a single stitch in like 4 different colors that like I just missed when I was like stitching the bulk of that color. So I'm just going through and throwing those last few stitches, and then I just have gray, this one shade of gray to finish up the outside line work of Sylveon, and it'll be done. Let me check, how many stitches do I have of that color? 163. So it'll probably take me half hour, 45 minutes or so, depending on how distracted I get, and if everyone starts redeeming rewards, it'll take me a little longer. But that's my estimate, is within the first hour or so of the stream, I should be done with this evolution. What kind of stand are you using? I'm using the Loops and Threads craft stand that I got from Michaels. If you go through the link in my bio, I have a direct link to the listing for the exact one that I use. I recommend you use like a coupon or whatever to get it, because you don't need to pay full price for stuff at Michaels and Joann's if you have coupons. And I don't know. I think with this capitalist hellscape we live in, everybody should be taking advantage of stuff like that when they can. But I absolutely love this craft stand. And I'm not like paid to say that either. Like I wish I could be an affiliate for this craft stand, for how many people like ask me about it all the time. I'm like, hey, can I get a cut of all these people I'm referring to you? But no. Camarilla, thank you for joining. Oh, and thank you for the finger heart. I really appreciate that. Hi Beck, how you doing? Thank you for the hearts, Charlie. Those are cute. No, purple hearts. I forget how to spell this evolution's name. Sylveon. It's right there on the screen, actually. For the purple app. It's on the screen for the purple app. Okay. Last random stitch that I missed first time around. This is like my least favorite part, is when I miss like just one stitch of a color and I have to come back and do it like at the end. It bugs me. That's what I get. What was the pattern deal you had mentioned before if we sign up for the, okay, so if you sign up to support me monthly, I have 2 different tiers that get you access to patterns. The lower tier is $7 a month, and it gets you access to Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu all the time. It also gets you access to 2 others per month, and they rotate out every month. So this month it's Venusaur and Blastoise. If you support at the $12 tier, it's a huge deal. You get access to my entire library. Right now it's about 30 Pokemon patterns. And I promise to release at least 4 new ones every month. So the 4 that I released in February have been Venusaur, Blastoise, Love Disc for Valentine's Day, and then Abra. It was my partner and my anniversary, and that's his favorite Pokemon, so I thought it would be really cute to like release his favorite Pokemon on our anniversary. So that's what I did. So those are the ones that I've done. I also want to let everybody know that I am working on basically like version 2 of all of these. Love Disc and Abra, I started doing a different method of making my patterns, and I like them a lot more. So that's actually why I didn't make any tutorial videos this week, because I was hyper focused and hyper fixating on going back through the patterns that I've already made and released and starting to update the patterns and tweak them some. Because I like how they're turning out a lot better. So if you are on that $12 tier, once I get through all of them, I'm going to update the Etsy listings, and I'm going to update the library on the monthly support platform to have the version 2 of all of these patterns. I'm struggling with Sylveon. I don't know how to update Sylveon yet in the new style. It's going to take me some time to do this one in particular. Basically, like anything, I think Gen 7 or 8 on, it's a little trickier because they changed the way they designed the Pokemon and like the look of them. So they're not like size proportionate to the rest of them with the images that I'm working off of. But that being said, the one that I start tonight, I did go back and redo all of the evolutions. I haven't gotten around to Eevee yet, but all the rest of the evolutions other than Sylveon, I've updated to the new style. So when you guys vote later for which one I start tonight, it is going to be the new style. And then, like, I don't know, maybe like when I get around to doing like Vulpix and like I've done Bulbasaur. So once I get around to like stitching some of those, I can like show you the side by side of like the finished products of like what my version 1 looked like and what my version 2 looks like. Hopefully you guys will see it and agree with me that like the version 2 is better. But I have been spending hours and hours and hours working on that this week, and I'm nowhere close to done. But I did make a big push this weekend to try to get through the evolutions at least, because I knew you guys were going to be voting on an evolution tonight. And how come there are only 3 strands of this and not 4? What happened? What the crap? Okay, we're just going to pull a single strand off of this and chuck it, because you can't do it with just, well, you can do it with just one. You know what? I'm going to save that, and I'm going to show you another way to stitch where you can do it with a single string, but it's still doubled up. So normally I do 2 pieces of floss, I tie a knot in one end, the other end gets stuffed through the eye of the needle. Hi Glenn, hello. Hi Witchy Rose, how you doing? Nerdy, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Here we go. This is the last color. I did all those little one-off stitches. I'm blind as that. That's okay. The big question is, am I going to remember to switch it away from Sylveon when we start the new one in an hour? Probably not. It's probably still going to say cross-stitching Sylveon for like the next 4 streams until I'm like, oh hey, that's up there still. How long does one skein of embroidery floss last usually? So with about an 18-inch length of skein, if you're stitching with 2 strands, gets you roughly about 100 stitches per 18-inch length, and then you get about 17 of those per skein. So you get about 1,700 stitches per skein. If you're doing a lot of like big jumps and stuff, that number is gonna go down. But that's a really, really rough number. If you get tangles, that number is gonna go down. It's a rough estimate. But that's kind of the rough estimate that I work off of. I think I can get more than 100 stitches per 18-inch length usually, but I really like challenging myself to use floss as efficiently as possible when especially like if I'm stitching in a big block of color and stuff like that. or like blocks of color that are like kind of next to each other and stuff. So not everybody is going to be that efficient, and that number is going to be slightly different for each person. So you just kind of have to learn, you know, how many stitches you get out of about an 18-inch length. But I think if you're being efficient and you're not getting knots in your thread and like having to scrap thread, about 100 is a pretty decent estimate. But if you're a beginner, I would say maybe guess that you'll only get 75 out of each 18-inch length instead of 100. That way, if you do make a mistake or you do get a knot in it and things like that, it'll kind of even out over the course of this game. But yeah. The Wooden Roster, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hello, Charlie Quinn. Dream Embroidery Stitch, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. That's a lot more than I thought. Joanne says DMC for 45 cents through tomorrow. Ooh, very nice. That might be why my Joanne's was completely out of DMC floss today. My partner stopped by Michael's and Joanne's for me today to pick up some floss. It was really sweet of him. He was already out of the house and he was like, can I get you any floss while I'm there? I'm like, yes, here. So that's probably why they had nothing. They were also completely out of hoops, and I needed more 5-inch hoops because that seems to be the size that I always run out of, is like 5 and 6-inch hoops. Paisley Waisley, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Is there any backstitching in this pattern? No, I don't do any backstitching in any of my Pokemon patterns. And I don't tend to do color blending where you like use threads of different colors together. But for the Espeon pattern that I just like redid, I did some color blending with it, and you guys, like, the color is so much better. I'm so much happier with the color of the new Espeon design, and like I can't wait to share it with you guys and like get some videos out on like how to do color blending and stuff. I'm really happy with how the color blending turned out. Like, I've never designed a pattern with color blending before. But like I tried using like one of the two colors that you blend, and it was like really like purpley pink, like bright purple, bright pink. And I was like, this isn't quite right for Espeon. Espeon is more of like almost like a dusty purple or like a gray purple. But then like the other colors I was trying to like, because you have to have like different shades of it to like get it to look right. So you have to pick a color that has enough shades to get it right. And the other one was like, it just came across as grayscale. And I was like, this isn't right. So I was like, you know what if I mix these together so you have like the purple and the grayscale, and it looks so good. I'm really, really excited to show that one to you guys. And when I get version 2 of these up. Cause like I said, I've never designed a pattern with color blending before, but I'm really, really happy with it. Squish Like Snot, thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. I appreciate those. And the fire, thank you. Oh man, missed the spupa. Another one will pop up in a few minutes. I can't remember how long it is between when they appear. I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that, but it might be longer. In between 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, yeah. Hi, Wednesday. What you doing, girl? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay, so right before the stream ended last time, Nana redeemed giving the babies a treat, but I hit the end live button like before I saw it. So I didn't do it last time, and I told him I would give the babies a treat at the beginning of this live. So let me finish this real quick, and then I'll give the babies their treats. I have enough to have you finish a food. Oh my goodness. Babies, you want treaties? Oh, Clover, no, she comes right over. Okay. You can aim that so you can see babies. Oh God, the cat is climbing me. Hello, Wednesday. Clover, there's yours. You can have yours first. Okay. Hi, Wednesday, they're over here. Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's Wednesday. Wednesday, you want the treaty? There you go. Hi, August. There you go, sir. It's not yours, Wednesday. That's August's. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Ah! No. Ah! Just let that loom over the stream. I don't know if I'll save it or use it for later. Oh, ow! You have your nails out, miss. Hello. Hi. Ow! Oh my gosh. They're all nails. They're all nails. So many kitty nails. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, Charlie, thank you for the tiny diny. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Oh, those are nails. I'm wearing very thin pants tonight, and that was a mistake. I need to wear my thicker Jamie pants. Or jeans or something that isn't just, oh my god. I'm wearing like thin linen jammy pants right now, and it's, or I don't know if they're linen, but they're something like that. They're real thin. Just tiny panther claws in my leg. She gets very excited about treat time. Courtney Slays, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Herman, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you as well. Aw, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. More friends in the live usually means more chaos. He just wants to cuddle with you, Clover. Can't you just let the baby cuddle? You're such a brat. Clover does not want to share her bed with the babies. Well, you can scream about it, August, but I can't force her to cuddle with you. She's 10 years old and she's set in her ways. August, you can't get into that drawer, and also that's not even the right drawer. Yeah, that's the right drawer, but you can't get in there. That's not the right drawer. That's not the right drawer either. Oh shoot, okay. You redeemed a hydrate. Hold on. I left my water bottle upstairs. I will run upstairs and get it real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. Ow! Little Diana, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And I will be right back. I gotta go get my water bottle. All of the babies were sitting right outside the door waiting for me to come back down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get back to my seat. Here we go. Peter, cheers. All right. There we go. Back to the stitching. Wednesday, you can't get into that drawer either. I know that that's where the kitty treats are. She's pawing at it so frantically. I'm sorry, baby. You can't have any more right now. Maybe more later. So I did stitch all of the white bits in here this week as well, because yeah, I'm pretty sure no one would have been able to see me actually stitching during the live. Like, you just wouldn't even be able to see what I was doing. It would have been like boring. So yeah. I did that this week. I like to fill, because there's so much white in this pattern. So I did that, and like I said, I've been working on so many, like updating so many of the patterns to like this new style that I've been doing them as, and I'm just so happy with how they're turning out. There we go. Now we can really see the wings of this little like butterfly bow thing Sylveon's got going. I should work on my bookmark I was doing, but at the same time I kind of don't want to. Well, you gotta do what feels right to your body at this moment. Sometimes that means setting things down, and sometimes that means picking them up. And it's okay for things to take time. It's okay to relax. Sir! Sir! Did you just fall in that box? Sir! That's not for you. Don't be walking on it then. It's not made to support 6 pounds of kitten chonk. I swear. Bad kitty. No. Well, I mean, he's kind of being naughty. Oh my god, hold on. The other one is being naughty. The other one is getting into the plant again. For the love of everything holy Wednesday. We have been fighting her on this freaking plant all week. There's like a caterpillar or something in it that she like wants to, the audacity, dude, like she wants this freaking caterpillar, and so she just keeps going and stuffing her face in this plant. And at first she was just like staring at it and content to like just watch the caterpillar, and now she's like actively trying to like dig it out of there. Like, it's really obnoxious. But Little Fish thought that he had drowned the caterpillar because he like watered the plant the other day, and he was like, yeah, I think I drowned it, so like we don't have to worry about it anymore. But she keeps going after it, and I'm like, I bet the caterpillar's still in there, because I don't think caterpillars just drown when you water a plant, otherwise they wouldn't survive it when it rains. But okay. I've been packaging an order for this. My cat just wants to be quality control. Yeah, I can't have them in the room when I'm packing orders. I can't. They're insane. They want to be in everything. I'm like, I get tissue paper out and like the baker's twine and like just all of the just things that go into packing an order. Like, nope. Nope, nope. Now they're climbing Box Mountain again. We really need to work on taming Box Mountain, but I don't have the motivation. A piggy pack? Sylveon. It is Sylveon. Seriously, the two of you? You just gonna get into all the trouble tonight? I don't know how I get anything done with the two of you around. Hi, Wednesday. Are you mad that I didn't give you more treats? Is that why you're acting up right now? I have a feeling that that's exactly why. She was like, excuse me, Mom, one treat was not enough. And I demand more. Oh, I hit that. Sorry. I routinely bumped the camera. Incredibly clumsy. I have like no awareness of where my body is in space. August. If you go after that plant, I swear. Good choice. Looking great, thank you. Our last colors. We're kind of just putting some finishing touches on some of the outline here. For the love of every God, Wednesday, get out of the box. It's not a kitten box. Where are your toys? Oh, good, you found one. Hopefully you'll stay out of trouble now. If you bring it over here, we can play fetch. You want to play fetch Wednesday? Everything is a kitten box. I mean, yeah. So she believes. Yeah, Queen, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. We're so close. Just gotta finish up this gray. Your kitties play fetch too. Yes, both cats will play fetch, but the dog will not. The dog will stare at you like, well, that was dumb. Now you have to go get it. why would you do that? And I'm just like, well, you're supposed to go get it. And she just looks at me like, haha, you're funny. Looks so good. Thank you. My dog is 10 years old. She's never been a toy dog. Like, she's never liked toys or balls or, like, any of that kind of stuff. And, like, there was one singular tennis ball in her entire life that she loved and she would play with and she would sometimes play fetch with. But then she broke the tennis ball, and I've tried getting her new tennis balls, and she doesn't like those ones. She liked the one tennis ball. And we can't figure out like why she liked that one so much, but there's no replacement for it. She was bonded with it. So she was very upset when she chewed it to pieces and I had to throw it away for safety. So she's just never been a toy dog. Just never been interested. So we have cat toys all over the house. The dog doesn't have dog toys. The dog just has dog beds and blankets everywhere. I think that's why my cat learned to play fetch, because she lived with a puppy for the beginning of her life. And then when I finally got her, she would only want you to toss her mouses and toys. That's the only way she'll play. We adopted these guys when they were about 5 weeks old. And they're about 7 months or so now. So they're still very much kittens. But one day, Wednesday just like brought her toy near us and dropped it. And she wasn't like trying to drop it for us, but one of us like just picked it up and tossed it for her. And she like went chasing after it. And then she was like, huh. And then she like came over and dropped it near us again. And like we threw it again for her. And then it just like became this thing that she did. She would drop it right next to us, and like she started to learn that if she wanted us to throw it for her, she'd have to bring it over to us. But she doesn't play fetch the same way that a dog does. Like a dog will go get the ball and bring it right back. She wants to like bat her toy around and play with it for a few minutes and like pretend to kill it, and then she'll bring it back. And like we throw it again, and for her it's like, oh, the animal's alive again. And like, oh my God, I gotta go chase it again. But yeah, so it took August significantly longer to like figure out how to play fetch. And I think the key was finding the toy that he really liked. We're pretty sure that, he's really farsighted, and he has trouble seeing things up close. So we found like these little plastic spring toys. And when you throw them on the hardwood floor, they make a really good noise, and he can track the noise and chase the noise. And so he really loves those. Whereas she likes like these little finger trap things that don't really make a lot of noise, but she likes how they like fit in her mouth so she can like carry them around. So it's just interesting that they picked like very different toys that they're interested in and that they play fetch with, but now they both play fetch. Who's giving it back to you? Who's giving me the toy? The kittens. So Wednesday and August. So Wednesday learned how to play fetch first, and then August figured it out once he found a toy that he liked. The needle. Oh, me. It's my other hand underneath. So my left hand stays underneath the hoop, and my right hand stays on top of the hoop. And I just pass back and forth. Let me see if I can show you. So like this hand is passing that way, and this hand is passing. Oh, I can't like turn it on its head because this piece of fabric is in the way. But like my hands are just like this, passing back and forth between each other. I don't know if that helps. If that explains it at all. Probably just made it worse. I've seen the progress. Oh, thank you. We're gonna be finished here pretty soon. This is our last color. Just finishing up the outline. Which is pretty exciting. We've been working on this one for a while. Like this one's been several weeks worth of streams to get this one done. It's a pretty big one. But I finished all of the white over the week so that all we had left to do was this gray. Again. I love how it's coming along. Oh, thank you. I think it's coming together pretty good. I think this last color is like really filling it in and making like some of the defined edges that I felt like it was missing. Because I usually do a lot of the outlining at the beginning, so it was interesting for me to like wait and do a lot of the outlining later in the piece. That's the way I stitch. I used to do one hand, but after a while my arm would start to hurt. Yeah, I have a hard time holding on to the hoops, so once I got a hoop stand, that was like a huge game changer for me to start stitching with two hands and save my wrists and stuff. Jump. There's its little mouth, and the other side of its little mouth over here. I'm going to jump up and do its little nose. So I definitely thought that was its nose earlier. Like, this little bit, I thought it was its nose earlier. And then I actually looked at the pattern and I was like, oh, no, that's the mouth. There's the little nose. And I've got one more little stitch up here to finish off this eye. And there we go. Eyes and... oh, goodness. Hi, kitten. Are we crashing through the place? Uncross one of my legs. In a little while I have to uncross the other one. Can't sit still. I'm always fidgeting. Okay. Kind of looks cool in the back. Yeah, some of my pieces you can actually like really tell what it is even from the back. This one's a little bit messier. I did a lot of jumping around on this one. Just kind of depends. It's abstract Sylveon on the back. Looks like I went through, I don't know, pointillism. We're starting here, we're starting here. Here we go. August, did you just crash into the water bowl, dude? You are chaos incarnate tonight, my friend. Now you're just gonna lick the water off the floor. Cool. Thank you for that. Oh, dude, you really did spill, like, a lot of water. Okay, crap. I gotta clean that up. Seriously? Dude, you are, like, all kinds of troublemaker tonight. Yeah. We have one in here, huh? Yeah. No, Lindsay. That's the bathroom. Oh my god, that smells so much. August. Pure trouble tonight, you guys. It's like living with two gremlins. All right, we're back. Cecilia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Stitch. How's your day? My day is good. We actually had a really nice family day today. We went to the aquatic center and we went swimming and we watched a movie and we played a couple rounds of Ultimate Chicken Horse and we just kind of had a really nice, mellow family day today. Molly Beckett, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, like the whole top half of that? That looks so good. Ignore the bottom half. I'm not done with it yet. How's everyone else's days going today? Did anyone do anything fun today or relaxing today? Wednesday, what are you doing, love? Wanna come hang out with me? No, I didn't think so. I just want to be nearby in case treats are had. Come here. Ow! Why you gotta be with the nails? Sweet girl. You don't need to stab me to show your affection. Oh gosh. Where did I go to? I'm gonna go back up. Nope. We're gonna start up at the top. Wednesday, are you behind me? Hi. Hey. I'm not wearing my glasses still. There they are. There we go. Glasses. Hooray. Much better. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Wednesday. Miss. Excuse me. May I help you? There's nothing up there for you, girl. I know better than to keep the treats up there where you can find them. August, don't chew on that, sir. Excuse me. It's looking so good. Thank you. I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out. Mine fine. I went to a swim meet for my sis, but the weather's making my allergies bad. Oh man, that's sucko. Allergies are the worst. Sylveon cute. Aw, thank you. So cute. Aw, thank you. I look like I'm sick when I'm really not because of allergies. Yeah, I sound like I'm sick a lot, and people are always like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you sick? And I'm like, I'm fine. I just have really, really bad allergies all the time. As it turns out, I'm allergic to Maryland. So I am currently on 3 different allergy medicines. Oh, same 10. It's the only way to keep my allergies mostly in check. I need to see if I can get a doctor's appointment with the PCP to see if I can get put on like a stronger allergy med that I can like take all the time. I'm allergic to nature. I think we might just have one more strand of this to go. I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, come on. Come on. What are you... What is even happening? It's not letting me tie them up. Okay, we're gonna try that again. It didn't stay where it's supposed to. Stay down there. There we go. And again. Scraps in the jar. Alright, I think this might be our last piece. I think we've got enough. We have to finish just like a little bit right in here and then like a little bit right in here. We're so close. What did you just run into, dude? You're the derpiest cat I've ever met in my life. Has anyone else just met a cat who's just super clumsy? Like, just constantly running into things, constantly falling off of stuff, like, just can't seem to get his life together. He's adorable. Holy heck, man. Knocking crap over. Not on purpose. Not vindictive, it's just accidental. Collateral damage. I have a Pokeball that's good at catching Psychic and Poison type. My problem is I don't know the types of Pokemon from the name. I only know from the way they like, It's good at catching Psychic and Poison. Wobbuffet is neither. Oh, Wobbuffet might be Psychic, but I think it's fighting predominantly. I think Wobbuffet's a fighting type. tie off, we're gonna jump over to the other end of this little like bow scarf thing that Sylveon's got going on. And that'll be it for Sylveon. I'm saving it for Mewtwo or Mew. I don't know if they'd pop up, but that's what I'm saving for because I know those are psychic. Nice. I have no idea if the legendaries pop up or not. Like, I genuinely don't know enough about the community game, I feel like. I know there's like 800 Pokemon that you can catch, so I would assume that there has to be some chance of them popping up. I mean, Jangmo-O that just popped up, or some, I think that was his name. I think that's a legendary, so like, I think it's possible, but maybe the odds are low. Or lower. Did I miss that little spot? I did. There's a little spot up here. That's okay. We'll start there. Finish off your little bow tie. I love bow ties. I think they're so cute. What just happened? That did not go through the hole that I thought I put it through. That didn't go through where you're supposed to go. Come back out there. I know A tier can. I'm not sure what A tier. Man, I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Flying kittens. Just acrobat tumbling through the air. Knocking more crap over. Glad I left the towel there for the bottle, or the bowl of water, because now they're racing around it again. I got to hold ferrets today. Oh my gosh, you got to hold ferrets today? That's exciting. I would love to hold ferrets. I have had so many different kinds of rodents over the years, but ferrets have never been one of the ones I've had because you can't get them in California. Hello, how you doing today, Potato? I used to have a hedgehog. Oh my gosh. I want a hedgehog so bad. You couldn't have those in California either. I've had bunnies, and I've had rats, and I've had hamsters, and I've had chinchillas, and I've had guinea pigs. But yeah, like none of them at the same time. It was like all different time frames. But I used to foster guinea pigs. I used to work for a guinea pig rescue, and I would foster, and I specialized in the rescue. I specialized in the pregnant and nursing guinea pigs. So I always had mama guinea pigs in my house that were pregnant, and like I'd have baby guinea pigs. So like overnight it would go from like, you know, 2 or 3 mamas to like 12 guinea pigs, because they would all like have their babies around the same time and stuff. I think the most guinea pigs I ever had in my house at one time was like 23 or so. And only like 2 were mine. The rest were like fosters. But I loved it. I miss it. I wish I could go back to working in the guinea pig rescue. But 1, I don't live in California anymore, and 2, I have kittens now, and pretty sure Wednesday would. Whoa! She just went skidding into me across the floor. I'm pretty sure Wednesday's predatory instincts would absolutely take over. California seems so nice from Canada here. You know what? I grew up in California, so I have feelings about California that aren't too pleasant, but I think that a lot of people have that about the place that they grew up. Like, it's hard to see it through rose-tinted glasses when you grew up there. So I wanted to get out of California, so I finally did. But I also, like, lived in Orange County, which is a vibe in and of itself. Like, it's very much a different culture from other parts of California. Like, even other parts of SoCal. And I didn't like it, and I didn't fit into it, so... I've only been here in Maryland for about 6 weeks now, but I already feel like I fit in a lot better here. The people I've met have just been really nice, really wonderful people so far. And I feel like I had a really hard time making friends and meeting people in California, even having lived there my whole life. I just always felt like I was just kind of on another wavelength from most of the people that I interacted with. I live in the Canadian dream. What is the Canadian dream? Can you guys stop, like, running and skidding across the floor? We're not playing kitty bowling. I would prefer you not play kitty bowling. What are you doing? My dude. Okay, that was the last stitch. We're done. We're done with Sylveon, and I'm distracted because my cat is actively knocking the water bowl over now. Seriously? Why do we... I'm taking this away from you because you're just a menace. You're seriously? And you stole a shoe insert. Why? I give you nice things and you dump them on the floor. Freaking heck, cat. Okay. How did you get this much water on the floor? It wasn't that big of a water bowl. Deal with that later. Okay, so we finished Sylveon. Here it is. I like flipped it over and then walked away. I'm sorry. There you go. There's Sylveon. We're done. I'm sorry, I turned it over. The Canadian dream. House, family, kids, pets, enough money to survive. I mean, hey, I feel like that's all of our dream here in the capitalist hellscape. Woo, strike. I turned it over, I'm so sorry. I love those spicy demons. I have tiny gremlins that live in my house. I've got 2 kittens and 2 kids and a dog. So many gremlins. Alright, there's Sylveon. All done. Alright, so I have to open up a poll for you guys to vote on who we're going to stitch next. So, let me do that. Poll. Go down. Hold on. How many options do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Start. There you go. There's a poll down at the bottom over there. If you're on the purple app, you won't have one. It's only for people on TikTok. But there's a poll down there on the bottom. If you click the button, you can vote on which evolution I'm going to stitch next. And while you do that, I'm going to tear that piece of fluff off there. It shouldn't be on there. There we go. I'm going to pull Sylveon out and start getting set up for the next one. You live in that dream too. I mean, we don't own our house, but we're in a house, so living the dream more so than we were in California. So we at least are able to rent a house here in Maryland, so that's good. We're hoping to be able to buy in the next couple years, but I've got, you know, the 2 kids and the pets and the, you know, enough money to pay the bills. Alright. Sylveon pattern. It's added to the drawer. Because this is what I do when I finish a pattern. I stick it in the drawer. I have a whole mess of patterns in there. Okay. So, which evolution are we going to stitch next? I need cloth. I have a measuring ruler. That's the word I'm looking for. Ruler. I have a ruler. Where are my scissors? Oh, the scissors are in the drawer too. I'm like losing my mind. I have everything I need right here within arm's reach, and I'm like looking everywhere else for them. Okay. We're gonna set aside that. We are gonna set aside that for the moment. Get the lab desk out so we can do this phase. Alright. This morning I found my bathroom rug in the middle of the hallway. I got 3 kitties. I mean, yep, that sounds like the place it's gonna end up. Thank you for sharing the live, Jade. I appreciate that. I'm stitching Howl's Moving Castle. Ooh, I have the book. I have not seen the movie. I have the book, and I want to read it so that I can watch the movie and have context, because I like reading books before I watch movies. Okay, now that I've had some tea, even though my tea is getting cold, I'm ready. Okay, we are going to open this up, and we're going to do this. I thought we already did Flareon. Okay, so I did do Flareon. And then I found, like, I was messing around with a new way to make my patterns. And so I am like putting together version 2 of my patterns where I've tweaked them quite a bit. So I do have Flareon, but this would be Flareon version 2. So this would be a different Flareon. I mean, it's the same pose, but I like the way that the newer version of the patterns are turning out the way that I'm making them. So I'm redoing all of my patterns to be in like this new style. So I'm gonna have to remake a bunch of the ones that I like literally just finished stitching, which is frustrating, but like it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Like this is my life. I'm just gonna stitch and tweak and stitch and tweak. This was the good thing about when I was using somebody else's Pokemon patterns to make mine, is I couldn't go back and tweak them. It was just like you make it and it's done and that's it. But like some of the patterns were shinies, and that was really weird, and I didn't like that. And then like they got taken down off the internet and they're not on the internet anymore. So I was like, I'm gonna make my own, and now I'm like figuring out how I like them to look like and like how I like them done. So it's a learning curve for all of us, and I will be releasing version 2 onto the Etsy and onto the Patreon for the people who are at my library tier and like the monthly tier. Once I have them all done, I'm gonna like upload all of version 2 at the same time. But yeah, so yes and. Do I have a pencil handy? Oh, as I knock stuff to the ground, because I am just as clumsy as the kitties. That's going over there. Okay. So we need a ruler. We need our scissors. And never knew there was a book. I didn't know there was a book either. And when I did find out that there was a book, I found out that it was written by Diana Wynne Jones, who also wrote the Chronicles of Crestamancy series that I adored as a kid. I've read this series so many freaking times. It's So good. I cannot recommend it enough. So when I found out that she is also the one who wrote Howl's Moving Castle, I was like, well, I have to read this, like, because it's Diana Wynne Jones, and also because it's Studio Ghibli, and like I need the context to watch the movie, but also like I'm not going to be upset that I read this book. Like there's no way I'm going to be upset to read this book because I already know I love the author and all of the other stuff she's written. So like it's a win-win. There's no losing in this situation as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna be doing this, and these guys are a little bit smaller than the ones I was making before, which the good thing is they're gonna be so cute and tiny, but not like tiny. They're still like a good size. But they might fit into a 4-inch hoop instead of a 5-inch hoop. So we're gonna have to see how that shakes out once they're done. But I'm gonna start them in a 5. And then we might downsize to a 4 once we get started. But I'm waiting to see which one you guys vote for because all of them are cut on an 8x8 inch piece of fabric, except for one. One is cut on a 9x9. So I need to know if you guys pick that one before I cut my fabric because I don't have enough to cut 2 off of this sheet or this roll. I'm gonna end up using like this scrap here, like off the end. I'm gonna end up like making one of my bookmark prototypes for the bookmark patterns that I'm making on some like scrappy bits like that. So like even when you see like, oh, like there's like this weird like cut off piece, I end up using like basically all of it always. Oh geez, kitten, you knocked that over. Please don't play with that. Thank you, sir. It's appreciated. Okay, and I think this is already set up to cut as an 8x8. If I could do this. It likes to roll up on me. That, yeah, it's an 8x8. But I don't have, oh, I do have like just shy of 8 inches, 7 3/4. I'd be cutting it a little close, but for some of these guys, they're pretty much 8 inch. All right, but I think the pull should be closing in just a minute or so. Let me check. Oh, it's a manual pull. That's weird. Okay, cool. We're ending the pull. I didn't know I set it up as manual. I'm glad I checked because I would have been just sitting here forever. Okay, we're going to be stitching Leafeon. Cool. Leafeon's adorable. Let me double check the dimensions for Leafeon just to make sure that I'm like 99.9% positive it's an 8x8, but I don't want to cut it and then have it be wrong. Okay, so here is our Leafeon pattern. Leafeon is, oh, 52x50. Yeah, he's gonna be, actually, I might be able to use this little scrappy bit. Let me check. I measured in centimeters. What did I say it was? 52x50. 21 centimeters by 21 centimeters. Let's see. No, that only gets us to like 20 centimeters. Dang it. That's okay. We'll cut an 8x8 off of here. So the nice thing is everything I've cut off of here is an 8x8 so far. So we're just going to continue right at that. And then on this side, we're going to continue right up that. And then we're going to do it until these 2 pieces meet. Jinx for Life, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Starlight, hi. How you doing? we just finished up Sylveon, and we are going to start Leafeon now. Okay, so I'm getting close. No, I'm not quite there, but I don't want to overshoot. I'm going to go this direction. Until we get close. There we go. And there's one little, there we go. Just gonna roll that back up, set that back aside in its little case, so it's out of the way and doesn't get dirty. Into the bag. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so for those of you who watched the video and were like, oh, I want to cross stitch, but the gridding's too hard, like, is there a way to do it without making a grid on the back? Absolutely. So just like I showed in the video, you're going to start by folding your piece in half both directions and making that cross at the center of your fabric. So I'm going to fold it this way. And we're going to make a little pencil mark just right down the line where the dots are. So just like that, down the dots on one side, and then we're going to fold it the other direction and do the exact same thing. This is going to be the back side of your fabric. So your goal here is to get these two little lines to cross over each other. So if when you do this, you like didn't quite center it and your line's over here and then your other line's here, that's fine. Just draw the point where they intersect. That's the important part. That is the center of this piece of fabric. Over the weekend, I bought the threads for Leafeon too. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so this is version 2 of Leafeon, and if you have my pattern, you have version 1 of Leafeon. So this one is going to use basically the same colors, but it's going to, the dimensions are going to be slightly different, and this one is actually going to be just a little bit smaller. I've been redesigning the patterns. So if you have bought patterns from me in the past and you want version 2 of the new ones, reach out to me and I will send you the new versions. If you are part of my Patreon, I will be uploading those. Once I get all of the patterns finished, I'm going to upload them all at the same time. The same thing to the Etsy. I'm going to update what's getting sold on the Etsy at the same time. But like if in the meantime you're like, hey, I would like version 2 of Leafeon, like now, I have done all of the evolutions except for Eevee in the new oh, and Sylveon, because Sylveon's being a pain in the butt and I'm having a hard time updating Sylveon in the new way that I'm making patterns. So if you do want version 2, reach out to me. I will get that over to you. But this is going to look slightly different from your finished product if you are using version 1. So, because that's what happens when you have artists who are never happy with their final product and they have to keep going back and changing things and making it better. So, because I am slightly a perfectionist, I was, honestly, I realized it when I was making Love Disc, because that was one of my full access membership patterns this month, was Love Disc. And I was like, because, you know, I thought it would be really cute for Valentine's Day. And it just was not turning out how I wanted it to turn out. And so I tried a different method to make it. And it turned out like so much better. I was so much happier. And it took me longer, but it was less painful process, if that makes sense. Like it was slightly more time consuming, but it was a less painful process for me. So I was like, you know what? I wonder if some of my older patterns would look better. And so I went back and I redid Venusaur first. And when I redid Venusaur, I was like, oh, this is so much better. Like I can see so many flaws in the original Venusaur that I did now that I've done it this new, better method. And so I was like, damn it, now I have to go through and do a new version of all of my patterns. So that's literally what I've been working on all week is I have been going through and redoing a whole bunch of my patterns. So I redid Bulbasaur and Venusaur and all of the evolutions except for Eevee and Sylveon. And I feel like I did like one or two others too. I was working on Charmander earlier today. Sylveon's being difficult, and that's partially because I think Sylveon's like Gen 8. I can't remember. But the later gens, they kind of like changed the design style of like what their sprites look like and stuff like that. And so I'm having a hard time compressing Sylveon to look good in what is essentially pixel art, because Sylveon was never designed to look like that. So I'm having a really hard time with that. So this is the center of our pattern, and or the center of our fabric. And if you look here, most patterns are gonna have like a red line like this. That's the center of our cross stitch pattern. So when we start, we're gonna just be counting off of this. So we're not gonna have a full grid to work off of like I normally do. We're just gonna have this point to work off of, and then we're gonna be working off of the other points that we make. So that is the easier method of doing this. If you don't want to do a full grid, that's the other way. So yeah, I mean, there are some people who don't even do this and they just like go for it. I don't like winging it, because if your piece ends up off center, you may run out of your spare fabric and things like that. So I highly recommend, at the very least, just do this. If you want to do the full grid, you totally can. I still start with my center mark, and then I do, grids every 10 in each of the directions so that it matches up. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's a darker line every 10 stitches. And so I will draw those lines on the back of here as well. But people were asking, so I wanted to show, like, it is totally possible to do it without that. Okay, now we need to pull colors. So, Leafeon, I'm gonna have to put your cute face away. We need to look for colors. Wow, this color like just didn't print. Why did I not use that color? That's weird. Okay, apparently that color is not actually part of this palette. I don't know how it ended up in this palette. That's really funny. Okay, cool. We're gonna ignore that color. We're gonna pull all the rest of the colors. I'm gonna have to take a look at that pattern before I upload it to anyone. Just another book nerd. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm a book nerd as well. What kind of books do you like? I'll message you on Patreon. Perfect. Sorry, I didn't catch the front part of your stream. What was the size of the fabric that you cut out? So this one that I just cut out is 8 inch by 8 inch. All of the evolutions with the version 2, which is not the version that's available right now, it's the version I'm like play testing right now. All of the version 2 evolutions are 8 by 8 except for Glaceon, which is 9 by 9. Bring me to so let me pull. Where did I put my threads? Where did I put my thread? Did I put them away? I didn't think I put. Oh, I put them over here. I'm silly. All right. Here we go. Time for thread. All right. We're going to be pulling our low numbers first, and they're in this box. And remember how I told you he went and like got me a bunch of thread today? It's like all of this mess. I have not bobbinated anything. Okay, we're skipping 413 because it turns out that's not actually in this palette. We already have 310 because we always have 310, and we always have B5200. B5200 is my preferred shade of white when I'm making patterns. If you have a different shade of white that you prefer to use, like Blanc or 3865, go ahead and use those. They're a 1-for-1 substitution. You can absolutely swap those out on any of my patterns. B5200 just happens to be my white that I prefer using. So anytime, like if I'm like generating a color palette and it like suggests 3865 or Blanc to me, I sub out B5200. That's just a me thing. Okay, that's in my other box. That's in my other box. 370. So I'm gonna pull that one. 422 is in this box. That one. 420 is in this box. Okay, these are the only three that are in this box. I'm gonna, no, close. There we go. All right, time for the big box. Sit in there, please. Thank you. Okay, time for the big box. Big box. All right, here we go. Version 1 has DMC 413.2. The symbol and color was there on the chart. Okay, so version 1 probably has a couple of stitches of 413 in it. And I think I pulled the color palette straight from version 1 to keep the color palette the same. But I didn't end up using any of that color in version 2. I'm a mess. I'm making it up as I go, y'all. Okay. 938. As I'm like bending over, this is like not the most efficient way to do this for me, but you guys get to see the pretty box. So 938, we're gonna pull that. 3790. 3790 is not in here. Okay, hold on. That means it's out here somewhere. Probably. If I own it. If I don't have it, I'm gonna be so sad. 3790. I thought I put everything away. Hold on. Let me see if I maybe don't have this color. Where's my sticker chart? Where are my stickers? Where'd they go? They're hiding under Sylveon's butt. Sylveon! Where's my sticker? No, stickers aren't there. What the heck? This is what happens when you craft in chaos. I live in the chaos. The chaos lives in me. Where is my thing, y'all? Ah. Okay, that's super inconvenient. Could I like not be chaotic for 5 minutes and clean up my space once in a while? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. Okay, seriously, where's my sticker chart? Okay, think. Where would I have set it? Where would I have set it and why? Is it under my computer? Like, no? I just put it in here. This is where it goes. Usually I put it away. Never lost it before. I got some thing. Did I put it down here? Why would I put it down here? I don't know. It shouldn't be in here. It's not in there. Cool. Cool. Okay, seriously? Okay, I might not have this color, but I'm also blind as a bat and lost my sticker chart that tells me which colors I do and don't actually have. So, oh my god. It was, my friggin' sticker chart was right here the whole friggin' time. 3790. Okay, so the sticker is still on here, so that means I don't own that color. So I will have to buy that color. Okay, we already pulled those out of the other box. 738. 738. There we go. 739. 739. There we go. Okay. 829. 829. Perfect. 420 we pulled out of the other box. 3815. 38.15. Okay, it's not in the box. Check the chart. 38.15. I don't have that color, so I will need to buy that color as well. 9.12. We do have. And 9.54. Way up here. 9.54. Okay, cool. So I have a couple colors that I am going to have to go out and buy before I can finish Leafeon. But that's okay, because we have plenty to get us started tonight. And that is why I use stickers. It tells me when I'm being ridiculous and when I, like, if I should go hunting because I have it and it's somewhere in my house, or somewhere, like, you know, as part of another project, or if it's, you know, a color that I don't actually own. All right, so there we go. There is our color palette minus a couple colors that I have to go out and buy. But there we go. Okay. And like normal, I am going to try and start with black because I like to have a bit of an outline to get me started on a piece. And I like to end with white so that it doesn't get muddied by the other colors as I'm stitching. So here's our piece. Place it over here. Zoe, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. How long did it take you to collect all those colors? I have been stitching for about 20 years now. So it's been a while. I did at one point, there was a big sale at like Joann's or Michael's or something like that on DMC floss. And it was like right after my birthday and I had like $50 or something like that from my birthday. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to Michael's and buy a ton of colors that I don't already have, which is why I got that sticker sheet so that I could, so you put the little stickers on your bobbins and whatever stickers are still on the sheet, I know I don't have those colors because I don't have bobbins made of those colors. So that's why I keep the sticker sheet around. It's partially because I'm going to need them when I buy those colors, and partially it helps remind me of what I do and don't have, so I don't go searching for things that don't exist in my house. And also so I don't buy duplicates, because if I look at the sheet and the sticker's gone, I know that I have that bobbin somewhere in my house. I just have to go find it. But it's a lot easier now that I have my own craft area. All of my stuff kind of stays in the area. As you can see, I'm like, you know, poking around looking for stuff, but it's all like here. So that's helped as well. But yeah, I've been cross stitching for about 20 years. About 15 years ago, I started taking it a little bit more seriously as a hobby and started like building up my collection and stuff. Yeah, I highly recommend. If there's a sale, go spend like, and you have $50 to spare on yourself or to spend on yourself, go buy a bunch of floss. All the pretty colors make you happy. Much dopamine. Hold on. Did I miss anything over here? The leaf one. Yes, I'm doing the leaf one. What do you use to keep your thread that organized? Okay, so to keep my thread organized, one, I put everything on plastic bobbins. Hold on, let me see if I can reach one without knocking into my camera. So I just use little plain bobbins. They could be DMC brand or they can just be like the generic brand like this one. And then I use those little stickers, and those stickers I just got like that sticker pack or whatever from Joann's or Michael's. I can't remember which one. And that's what I use to label all of my bobbins with. Be careful because sometimes the stickers do fall off, which is the other reason I keep them in those bins. So I had a small bin to start with, and then I like quickly ran out of space. So I jumped to that larger bin, and all of those dividers in there are actually just like cut up pieces of like a granola bar box or a cereal box or something like that. So I just like stuck them in to be the right distance to like put all the bobbins. And then I ran out of room in that one, so I had to start putting some back in the little bin and the big bin because they're both pretty much full now. So I just like stick them all upright. But I put them in numerical order, and I'm very, very, very careful to make sure I always put them in numerical order, so that I keep them that organized, and so I don't lose them, and so I know, you know, if I do and don't have things and stuff like that. So that is how I organize my floss. Not everybody does it that way. There are a ton of ways to organize your floss for sure. That just happens to be the method that works for me. Okay, so we're starting at this center point, and we have to remember that it's flipped, it's rotated. So we're going 1, 2, 2 down, 1, 2 down, and then if I flip it over this way, I want to move to the left one to start my first stitch. There we go. Come on. I'm holding on to it with my finger. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Watch as the hubby bought those 2 colors in that stack of new thread. No, he didn't. He specifically asked me what colors to buy, and those colors were not on the list today. He was like, they actually had all of the colors that you wanted today, and I was like, oh, that's amazing, because they never have all the colors I want. But yeah, those colors are definitely not going to be in there because I didn't tell him to pick those up. And he doesn't know my system of the stickers. Otherwise, I'm sure he probably would have snuck to the store and bought me all the ones that I was missing already, because he's kind of like that. Hi, Atenshi, how you doing? Just got off work. What Pokemon are you working on right now? Oh, Leafeon. Oh, that's right. I need to switch this to say, hold on. I remembered. Leafeon. Done. There we go. Now that one says the right thing. Nico Dragonair, thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. I just started getting into using DMC floss. It's so hectic trying to keep them organized, and I was wanting to ask. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, there's definitely like a ton of ways that you can organize floss. Some people use floss drops, some people use clothespins. Like it just depends on what works for like your space and your brain and like your aesthetic, really. I wish that I could have something that was prettier. Like I like pretty, like things that are organized in a pretty manner. But I know that I have to have function over form when it comes to organizing my DMC floss. Or I will end up buying duplicates and wasting so much money that I don't need to spend. And even with my system, I've definitely still bought duplicates before. So what he went to the store and bought me today was I went through my whole boxes of floss, and anything that I was like getting close to running out of, I put it on the list and I was like, can you please get me these colors? I'm close to running out of them, but I'm not out of them yet, and I would prefer not to run out of them in the middle of a project. So that's what he was really sweet and did today while he was out. Leafeon, you said yes. We're doing Leafeon now. Black Cat Jade, thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. How do you keep track of where in the pattern you are? Do you mark them off or anything like that? I do. I print out a paper version of my pattern, and I will highlight directly on this as I go. So let me pull out the one I just finished. Come out of the drawer, please. So I like completely highlight as I go. I usually don't bother with the last color, because if I'm done with it, why am I gonna waste the highlighter ink going back and like highlighting when I'm already done? But yeah. I copy and highlight as well. Yeah, exactly. So I don't highlight like every single stitch as I go. I'll like do a section and then I'll highlight that section. Okay, that little thing, get out of there. I decided to try and sneak back through. Okay, I need to move the lap desk off of my lap because even though it keeps my lap warm, it's hard for me to put my hand where I need it to be. I'm gonna get going tonight. Hope you have a great rest of the night. Oh, good night, Black Cat Jade. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out. Are you coming through here again? Yes. What are you doing? Get out of there. Stop it. I would love to highlight, but I lack a highlighter currently. You know what? My pink that I was using on Sylveon was definitely running out there at the end. So I asked, I didn't have any highlighters. I don't know where they went. I like packed them when we were moving and I can't find them. So I had to ask my partner, I was like, do you have any highlighters? Could I have one? So he gave me a highlighter. So Leafeon's gonna get highlighted in yellow instead of pink. If I'm doing large sections, I'll do rows before marking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I'm doing a large section where like my eyes are gonna get fuzzy and not remember which row I'm on, I will do like one row and then highlight that row and then do another row and highlight that row. Yeah, for sure, especially if it's bigger sections. Arletta, thank you, or Arlette, sorry about that. Arlette, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. It chose violence, it always chooses violence. Caddis, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Just kinda. Yeah, actually, yeah, yellow highlighter for little Leafeon. He's not gonna give me the green highlighters. That's his favorite color, so he's gonna keep those for himself. So I don't blame him for that. But Leafeon's got some yellow. And Sylveon was pink. It's fitting. It works. Stop poking around the edge there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going up 8. I wouldn't blame him either. I'm the same with purple red highlighters. Hello, Angelus. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Starlight, thank you for the balloon. I appreciate that. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, 5. We're good. 6, 7. Back up a stitch or 2. And then to our last one. Every time I see you try and poke the needle from the back, it just reminds me of Cat's Starlight, thank you for the roses. I appreciate those. Thank you. cross stitching requires math, just like instruments when using sheet music. Yeah, it uses different parts of your brain than like I don't know, different hobbies use different parts of your brain, for sure. All right. Okay. Because I didn't grid the back, I can't just go and jump to other sections around here to finish up all the black because I don't have anything to count off of, and counting these little squares to like jump over like 10, I'm much more likely to make a mistake. So I'm going to show you the method that I use when I'm doing just off of the center mark. So I'm going to stop with the black right now, and I'm going to jump over to another color, and then I'll come back to black a few times as I go across the piece. So we're going to put the black back on here, and then we're going to highlight what I just did. Okay, so I'm done highlighting. So if you, I don't know if you can see that really well because it's yellow, but I just highlighted literally the stitches that I just did. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a color that's touching this black, and I'm gonna do that color in that section. And I just kind of like work my way across the piece like that. So I'm gonna choose this little S shape, and I'm gonna do like all of those, and like probably down here because these ones are touching as well. And then I'll move on to like this little like upside down L shape and like fill in some of those. And then like the little upside down carrots, and like just kind of move my way across the piece in a direction and like in different directions as I go. So we are gonna jump to this pale green color as our next color. Hi Chipmunky, how you doing? I use Star Fine Lining pens I get at the Hobby World. It makes filling in rows and singles. Tetris peas. Yeah, kinda. So we just kind of like fill in, and we just kind of move across the piece in one direction at a time, or one bit at a time. So that's how I do it if I haven't gridded the whole piece. I don't go one color at a time, I go section by section across the piece. Taking a break from cleaning, just got dishes and oven to do left. Very nice, very nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 down. I love your needle magnet. Does that attach to the hoop? Yeah. So it's got a magnet on the top. I dropped it. It's got a magnet on the top, and it's got a magnet on the bottom. So it attaches to the fabric. It just like magnetizes to itself underneath the fabric. like that. Ordered online. Yes, I ordered it through Etsy. This one was from... Give me a moment. I think it was from Modern Hoopla? Hoops and More. This is from Hoops and More, and they have a ton of super cute ones. They have a ton of super cute ones. Highly recommend them. Definitely go check it out if you're in the market for a needle minder. Hoops and More on Etsy. I don't know if I said it was on Etsy. It's on Etsy. Hoops N, the letter N, More. I'm so scatterbrained right now. I apologize. You said hoopla and then immediately I lost it. Nice. I'm on Etsy. I'm gonna check that out. Awesome. Yes. Talk about a coincidence. Very nice. I'm gonna tie off, and then I'm gonna jump down. Oh, Fred, why are you tangling? Stop it. Give me my needle back, please. I think I'm gonna need a new needle. My thread keeps tangling in the eye of the needle. I've been using this needle for years, and it's been doing this a lot lately. I'm snagging on my thread, so I think I just need to give it up and grab a new needle. I'm very attached to my needle. There we go. Shredded the end of it. Okay. Alright. Might be time to just grab a new one. I have a packet somewhere around here. I'm just finishing up a true to life Frankenstein type cross stitch. Very nice. Stick to each other. Where did I put this? Okay, I'm putting the old one in the package. I'll be able to tell because it's a different color than the other ones. Oh, it doesn't fit. Oh, okay. It kind of fits in that one. Okay. That's what's happening. I don't like the new needle. I already don't like it. I already don't like it. This is my needle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, exactly. I already don't like the new one. It's bigger. I don't like it. I have a coffee maker now. Very nice. Nope. I'm not gonna be able to use this. I'm gonna have to get my needle back. Nope. 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 It's too big. It's too big. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not right. I like my little dinky one. Like, holding it in my hand is wrong. Is wrong. Okay, you go back in there. You will be somebody else's needle. You are not for me. Its retirement is well earned. No, I'm pulling you back out of retirement immediately. Immediately. Can't do it. Can't do it. What size needle do you use? Not a 24 apparently. I probably use a 26 or a 28, but I'm unsure apparently. I have no idea. All I know is it wasn't the 24 that I just picked up. I've had this particular needle for so many years, I genuinely don't know what size it is. If I use 18 count fabric, would you suggest one thread or still use two threads? If you're using 18 count, I would still suggest two threads. Yeah, I would still suggest two. I would really personally only use one if you are backstitching. So if you're doing some backstitching, like the outlining of a piece, you might use one for that, but and even still you might use two. But yeah, if you're just doing regular cross stitch, I would still stick with 2 strands of floss for 18 count. The needle broke. No, the needle didn't break. I've used it for so long that the end of the eye here, where the thread is constantly pulling on it, it's like sort of worn away a little bit, and so it's starting to snag on the thread, and like catch it and shred it sometimes, and it's happening more and more because it's such an old needle and I need a new needle is just kind of the long and short of it. So I have to go to the store to get the 2 colors that I need to finish this piece anyway. So I'll probably try and pick up a set of 26s and a set of 28s and see if either of those are a size that I can live with, because I don't like the 24s. Like, nope, just sensory nope in my hand. Which I know sounds really weird, but if you're neurodivergent, hopefully you understand. Like, when you're so used to something being a particular shape and size and feel in your hand, and then all of a sudden it's not, it's jarring. Okay, so that was the next little section. So now I'm gonna like move over again. I can't do that one because that's the color I don't have, but I can do the other green. So we're gonna grab kind of our middle green color. It's our darkest green that I need to go to the store to get. But this color still touches, you know, some of the squares that we've already done. Hi Amber, how you doing? I'm doing well tonight. Oh my gosh. So the dog is in the bed, but the blanket is like completely piled on top of her, and both of the kittens are like sprawled out on top of the blanket that's piled on top of the dog. So it's an absolute it's an absolute pile of animals over there right now. It's really stinking cute. Where are we starting? Where do I feel like starting? Okay, we're gonna start here. Show us. I don't know if I can, I don't think I can like aim the camera over there. Okay, hold on. Okay, this camera I can show it, but it'll be upside down. This camera I can show it. Hold on. I think, maybe. That's the way. So like, doggo and 2 kitties like sprawled on top. Okay, and then, hold on. This camera, okay, hold on. Other camera. For TikTok. It is a cuddle puddle. Okay, hold on. The camera's gonna jar for a second, so if you don't like that, close your eyes. Okay. Ow. Okay, here we go. Puppies. So the little white dog is in the blanket, and then the black kitten's like completely on top, and the little black and white one's like curled around the back there. Like, okay. The camera's gonna jar again, and I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. All the babies. Pretty good. Oh, good. They are. They're so sweet. So she... Every time I hear DMC, my brain just thinks about my diamond painting. Do more diamond painting! Do it! I'm an enabler. Don't listen to me. Unless you want to do your hobbies, in which case listen to me and do your hobbies. So yeah, the dog will not... oh, I have to hydrate. I have to hydrate. Cheers, Amber. And thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. So the dog, Clover, she will not cuddle with the kittens unless it's like that, where there's a blanket on top of her, in which case she doesn't really notice so much, but that she doesn't want them to touch her. So as long as they're not touching her, she like doesn't throw a fit about it and just kind of tolerates it. But God forbid they try and lay next to her, she's gonna grumble about it and then get up and walk away because she doesn't want to be near them. But if she's covered in blanket, then she is safe. So she's a weird dog. I'm sick right now. Don't have the effort. Oh, do things to feel better. Snuggle up in a blanket. Drink some tea or soup. Soup is good. You know, put socks on. I don't. What do you suggest to people? I don't even know. My Pyrenees picks my cats up and carries them to his bed. Oh my god, that's adorable, Amber. What else are you live on? I am live over on Twitch as well. So if you want to join me over there, you are absolutely welcome to. The link is through my bio. And you can redeem rewards for things like forcing me to drink water and like finishing off other embroidery hoops and me giving my pets treats and stuff like that. So yeah. I convinced my boyfriend that next time we go to Michael's, I'm gonna get a diamond paint kit. Very nice. Very nice. Supergirl Prime, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Safe from the kitty cooties. Yeah, exactly. She just needs to make sure she's safe from the kitty cooties. Like, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. So, good soup. Soup is good. Good soup. Good soup. You make the water part sound horrible. What water part? Oh, the hydrate. Okay, I only make it sound horrible when Tink and Nana try to drown me. So I fixed that by making it so they can't redeem it more than once a minute, so I don't have to sit there and like chug water. Like, they redeem like 11 of them at a time, and I'm like over here drowning, and they're just over there giggling, and I'm like, okay, but it's not drown the streamer time. Like, I need to live if you want stream to continue. So I've fixed it so they can't drown me anymore, or at least not drown me as well. Ah, Lumi joined. Hi, Lumi. The cats have learned to just deal with it. He thinks they're his babies. Oh, that's the sweetest thing ever. Hi, Lumi. Lumi is one of my chaos gremlins. Appleport type thing, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Break. Breaking TV. That's it. Breaking TV. That's it. I read it as Brea. That's a city where I used to live. Breaking TV, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. How's Pokemon catching going today? I have not tried to catch any Pokemon. Haven't bothered. But we had a legendary show up a little while back. I think it was a legendary. And what else showed up? I don't know. I don't remember. I switched to Twitch now that I'm home. Very nice. Welcome home, Rose. I have too many diamond paintings. Nice. I'm a girl for crafts. Yes. Me too. I have too many crafts. Too many. I'm trying to hyper-focus on just sticking to cross-stitch for the most part right now. We'll see. I'll probably end up pulling something else out sooner or later. I'll be like, I need a break from this. Let's do something else. And then I'll hyper-focus on that for a while. Tell Lumia I said hi. Lumia, Tenchi says hi. Stop going around. Hyperfixating is fun. Yes. Must hyperfixate. Hyperfixate is life. That way, come back this way. Alright. I'm only jumping 3. That I can count. Do the 3 jump, and we're gonna go up. Hello, which one are you working on? I'm working on Leafeon. Alright, I'm gonna highlight some chunks that I just finished before I move on to the new chunk. The lighting difference between Twitch and TikTok are wow. Which one is better? I don't even know. I don't even like. I mean, it's probably better on Twitch because I'm using like actual cameras and not just like my old crappy phone. Like TikTok is literally. It's not even like my current phone. It's my old phone that doesn't have cell service, but it's still hooked up to the Wi-Fi. So I literally just use it for TikTok streaming a couple days a week. Go back and forth between watching gaming, watching TV, and cross-stitching right now. Very nice. Carcer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Alright, where are we at? I'm gonna have to highlight by rows so I don't get mixed up now. Because they all look the same. Ooh, a wild Haxorus. That's a good one, Lumi. Mr. Kanish. Hello, sir. Hello, Nana. It is pet treat time. I did give them their treats from the last stream already. Babies. Oh, here they come. Okay, hold on. Shoot. Hold on. Ah. Okay. Kitten is in my lap already. She saw me pull it out. Okay. Clover, come have yours first, because otherwise the kitties are just gonna like bully you out of the way. Okay, Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. I know you want one. Can you come here? Hey, Kitty bullies. Come here. Here you go, August. Oh, such a gentleman. No, you can't have another one. Wednesday. Come here. I got yours right here. Hi, Wednesday. Oh, that was so gentle that time. Thank you. You didn't use claws or anything. All right. Oh, hello. Hi. Ah. Okay, now you're using the claw. They're like, I demand more. I need to sniff your hands and make sure they're sniffing my hand. Oh, you're licking my fingers. Thank you. There's no more in my hands. That's it. That's it. That was all that was it. That was all kissies. Thank you. Thank you, sweethearts. I know. They're like, I don't want pets. I want treats, dang it. Thank you. Sweet girl kissies. Try to get every last little crumb off my fingers. Thank you. Oh, hello. You're in my lap. Hi. Hi. Mwah. I love you. You're gonna climb up there again? There's still no treats up there. Okay. Back over here. Alright. Oh, are you okay, sweetheart? You almost fell. You gotta be careful. The cats. The cuddle pile broke up. Nana broke the cuddle pile. He didn't know. Where's Sylveon? We finished Sylveon. Where did Sylveon go? Sylveon's over here. Hold on. Hold on. We did finish Sylveon, though. It's like just out of my reach. Give it to me! Here we go. There's Sylveon. Ah, I'm like dropping it. Hold on. I gotta set other stuff down. I can't hold all the things at the same time. So there's Sylveon. We did finish Sylveon up. And now we're working on Leafeon. The loves. Hi, Headglance. How you doing? Oh, okay, bye, Wednesday. She's like, if you're not giving out more treats, I'm leaving. He's sitting at my feet now, just like staring at me. The chaos of the cats. My cats are the noise and keep running too. Oh, I'm sorry. I have created chaos across multiple people's homes. Enjoy. Actually, I didn't create the chaos. We can blame that on Nana. Rukami, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi, bud. Oh, that was such a big yawn. You tired? You can go back to your cuddle puddle with Clover. She's completely buried herself back in the blanket again. Jess, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Oh my god, I love it. Aw, thank you. Whoa. Why did I put that through there? That's silly. That goes through there. There we go. That's what I get for looking down at my pattern for a second instead of actually what I'm doing in my hands. We're gonna move that down there. Wednesday. What's wrong, sweetheart? Malusita, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Ooh, Angie. What's Angie? Oh, Wednesday when she was screaming. Yeah, I think Little Fish went upstairs, and I'm not sure if he took them up or not. Sometimes he does. So she was either screaming because she wanted to go or screaming because she went up and then regretted her decision. So, life choices, kitten. Alyssa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Rochelle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm going to highlight just a bit of what we just did. Alright. And then we can actually do a little bit more black because there's some that kind of like edges around this little bit of leafy bang fluff. And that is the technical term for what Leafeon has. It's leafy bang fluff. We're going with it. sorry, Rochelle. I don't speak Spanish, like, at all. Hello, Head Glens. How you doing? So my trash bag and stuff addition that unlocked. Oh, but you're still, like, that's still progress. It may not have been, like, the initial intention, but, like, I have learned, like, I have ADHD. So when I set out to clean something, I will probably clean 15 other things and never get around to the thing I actually set out doing. And I've just learned that, like, instead of getting mad at myself for not cleaning the one thing that I set out to clean, I have to just be like, but I got all of this other stuff done instead. So that's good. And so I've started just like, I give myself an area to clean rather than like a specific thing. And then like, it's never going to be 100% perfect, but at least it's like progress. It's better than it was. So I'll be like, I want to like work on the bathroom and make the bathroom better. And so, you know, I might clean the toilet or the sink or take the trash out, but maybe I don't get around to the tub, or, you know, I don't do the floors, but I do clean the mirror or things like that. Like, so I've just grown to learn about myself that like, just accept that whatever I have cleaned, it's better than it was before. And that was the goal. The goal was better than it is. So, I don't know. That works for me. I don't know if that works for anybody else or if that would work for anybody else, but for me, the goal is progress, not a specific end goal. Unless there's a like sometimes there will be a reason for like a specific end goal. Be like, hey, the trash, you know, is going to be overflowing if you don't take it out. So like you do actually have to do that one thing. But I try to shoot for like general things, and then I do the tasks that feel like they're gonna use up the least amount of energy so that I have more energy to do more tasks. So something like take the trash out might be too much energy because it involved, like at our new house, it's taking the trash all the way out to the street and down a flight of steps to do so. So I might not be able to handle the stairs if my joints are having a really bad day. So I might be like, well, the trash is going to wait today, but instead I can clean the kitchen sink. Stuff like that. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. They may or may not work for you. Nan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Konami, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry, but I really appreciate you following me. Thank you so much. I make myself a list of every room. Yeah, okay, that works. Cutie, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Mickey the Kid, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. Got like a little follow train or something going on over here. I like it. So, when I do the center start, this is kind of what I mean by like working my way across in little chunks rather than doing all of one color. So now I've added a little bit more black to the piece, and now I'm going to switch back to that like pale green, that first green that I used, and I'm going to do a little bit more of that green in a few spots that are now touching parts that I've made. So the goal when I do it this way is to make sure things keep touching and like sprouting off of each other in some direction. So like looking at the pattern, we can see with the yellow what I've already done. So I could go inside here. I could like start branching out here. I could, you know, come down this way or come out this way. I could even like start branching out down here if I wanted to. So this is kind of a different method than doing all of a single color all at once. So there are kind, you know, there are always pros and cons to each way of doing it, and there's no one way that's right or better than any other way. It's just, you know, what makes sense to your brain and how it makes sense to stitch. Cian Tia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Julie Monahan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. Just got here and watching from my grandma's house. Hi, Vex. And hi, Vex's grandma if you're around. Kaylee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Lists make everything easier. Yeah, lists can help me stay on task and focused. Oh man, short-term memory is really bad. I have to write everything down if I want to remember it. I have to actually write into my planner that I'm streaming, because I will, like today, it's Sunday. I know that I stream on Sundays, but for some reason my brain was like, oh, tomorrow's a day off. So today is like this weird, like, it feels like a bonus weekend day. Like I have an extra weekend day. And so like in my brain associated with I stream at the end of the weekend. But since tomorrow is also weekend, my brain was like, ah, yes, you stream at end of weekend and not you stream on Sunday. So I'm glad I wrote it down, because I was like, oh shit, I streamed today, like, even though it's not the end of the weekend. So, folks, you don't want to live in my brain. It's a weird place. Hi, babe. Did you take the kitties upstairs?
I did.
Okay.
Why?
I was just checking.
Yeah, they followed me up. They followed me up when I went upstairs.
Okay. That's
there she is.
Yeah, that's fine. When you first took her upstairs, I heard her screaming, and I was like, I don't know if she's screaming because she wants to go upstairs, or if she's screaming because she went upstairs and she wants to come back down.
I'm unsure, because I only heard her scream once.
Yeah, she only screamed the once and then she was done, but just now I heard her scream again, so...
Now she's screaming because I'm down.
Yeah, yeah. She's here, but she's playing with my cousin. Aw, fun. Hello, how you doing? This one's long. I ran away, but I'm back. Hello. Welcome back. It's okay to run away and come back. Sometimes I run away and come back.
They're back downstairs now.
They're back downstairs now? Okay. Making sure you don't miss treat time. Where did Clover go? Clover, go lay down. Go lay down, baby. I lost my needle for a second, even though it's exactly where it was supposed to be. Vex, thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. Just casually working on Charizard while you work on this. Nice. Very nice. I started working on version 2 of my Charmander pattern today, so I'll have to get around to Charizard after that, is reworking the pattern. Yeah, it's gonna be a process to get them all updated, but I feel like I've made some pretty good progress. Like getting 7 of the 9 evolutions done was like a big goal this weekend, and I wanted to get Eevee done as well, and Sylveon. Sylveon's gonna be a pain in the butt, but switch glasses. Okay. No. Switch glasses. I only have 2 pairs down here tonight, so. Oh. Taking them off, I can't see crap. Okay, there we go. These are the only ones I have downstairs. I have another pair upstairs, but it's far away. Need to get more dollar store glasses, so I have like fun glasses when you guys hit the switch glasses button. I just started my first cross stitch. I know. Weren't you posting it in the Discord? I think I saw that. It was like pink, right? Ariadna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. When you rework the patterns, are you making it easier to do, or is it improving the image? It's to improve the image. To make them, so one of the ones I made for the Patreon this month was Love Disc, and as I was making it the way that I normally do, I was really unhappy with how it was turning out. It wasn't heart-shaped so much as like it was turning out more jelly bean shaped for some reason, and like I was trying to like fix it and like make it, and I was just like, you know what, I have to try something different. So I changed like the way I was making it, and I started making it like completely by hand instead of having a base and then working from the base and trying to fix it basically. And so I just started from scratch. So it does take longer for me to do it that way. And I am prone to making mistakes, but I was much, much happier with the final result. And so when I went to do Abra, I decided to try and do it the same way. And it made me like so happy when I was done with it. I was much, much happier with how it turned out than any of the pieces the patterns that I've been making. And so I was like, I want to see a side-by-side of me, like one of my old patterns, the way that I used to do it, and then reworking it in the new pattern. So I took Venusaur, which I released earlier this month, and I reworked Venusaur in the new pattern because I was like, if I'm going to see a difference, that'll be a good one to see the difference on. And to me, the difference was humongous. So I'm working on basically scrapping all of my version 1s and reworking them and redoing them as a version 2 with this, you know, building them from scratch method. And I'm much happier with how they're turning out. I'm feeling more connected to the pattern pieces themselves. And it's really helping me, like, just feel like I was doing Espeon and I was struggling with Espeon because as I was doing it with this new method, I was like, I feel like this color palette is really like bright purples and bright pinks. And Espeon is more of like a dusty purple color. And so I was really unhappy with the color palette. So I tried changing the color palette and like messing with it, which is something that I hadn't, like, I'd kind of just like pick the color palette and then just leave it alone before. And like I would change it if something was like super egregious. Like when I was doing Flareon, it was pink at first. And I was like, Flareon's definitely orange, not pink. And so like I did mess with some of the color palettes in the past, but I didn't tweak them too much. But so with Espeon, as I was building it, I was really, really unhappy with the color palette. And so I decided to like rework the entire color palette. And when I reworked it with the new color palette, it was gray. And I was like, this just looks like grayscale. Like this is not any better. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder if I blend the old color palette with the new color palette, if that'll like make it look right. And so Espeon's the first piece that I've ever done that has had blended colors in it, but I'm so happy with how the colors turned out. Espeon looks gorgeous and looks way more like true to color than I could do it just using like one straight color from DMC. So I think blending the colors was a really good decision for Espeon. So I might play around with doing some more color blending on some of my future patterns and stuff like that. So the new method, so the old method, there's a way to like import pictures and like basically the program will kind of like guess, and it does a pretty crappy job, to be honest. So I still had to do a lot of like reworking and tweaking and like deleting things and like moving things around and like changing colors because it's just making an educated guess. It's still an AI program and it still doesn't know exactly what you want it to look like. And so I've never had one that's come straight out the gate and been like, yep, that's good, let's go. So doing when I would do the tweaking method, it would probably take me about an hour of tweaking each pattern, maybe longer. Like some of them take a lot longer than that. But it would take quite a bit of tweaking just to get it to look right. Now I'm building them out by hand. So the smaller ones are going to take a shorter amount of time and the bigger ones are going to take longer because I'm building them by hand. But I'm so much happier with how the pieces are turning out. So this one is actually one of the version 2 patterns, but I didn't make this one with my version 1 method, so I won't be able to show a side-by-side of it. But once I make Flareon, I'm going to make Flareon again. I'll be able to show a side-by-side and show like the new Flareon is going to be smaller, but it's also going to be more true to the Flareon sprites and things that we're used to seeing. It's gonna look like more in line with that, if that makes sense. So theoretically, a lot of them will be easier because they're going to be a little bit smaller, like not significantly smaller, but just a little bit smaller for most of them. But mostly it's about improving the image and trying to get the colors and like the shapes more true to, you know, what we're used to seeing and like how they traditionally would look. You have the cheese touch. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Maria Nunez, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. Okay. We're color jumping again. Let's fill in this little ear over here. I'm gonna start with oh yeah, you cut Snover. So yeah, the new method, I'm still generating the import to get a start on the color palette, because choosing colors is really, really hard for me. So I do that just to be like, what colors do you suggest for that? But I'm finding that I'm oftentimes ignoring colors that they've chosen for me, or substituting my own to like try to get it true to life, and then I'm completely building the pattern out from scratch as part of the newer method. So it probably takes me closer to like, I don't know, like an hour and a half to 2 hours or so to make the new patterns. So I think it's taking me like, you know, twice as long, but I'm so much happier with how they're turning out. So there's the upside. The downside is that some of the later gens, like Gen 8 and on, the images that I'm working off of are, ironically, they're higher quality. They're not as pixelated. So that's the problem, is when you're doing pixel art like this, you want the images to be pixelated. It translates a lot better to cross stitch. So I'm finding that when I was sitting down to try and work on Sylveon and rework Sylveon, I was having a heck of a time, and I had to set it aside, and I'll have to come back to Sylveon later once I have the patience, because I was not being patient enough when I sat down to do it the first time. So Sylveon's definitely going to take a lot of reworking, because Sylveon's massive compared to Leafeon now, and compared to the other evolutions are all about the same size, and Sylveon is like twice the size. And like, I know Sylveon's tall because of those big ears, and like Sylveon has a lot of detail also, so it's going to be hard to condense Sylveon down to an appropriate size to like match the others, but ideally that will be the goal, is to try and get it, you know, a roughly comparable size. I'm enjoying listening to you whilst I battle. Nice. Do it up. Okay. Right. There's no more of that color touching, so we're gonna put this color away. Highlight. We'll stitch, or at least I highlight. You might not. Not everybody does that. And then we're gonna get the next color, which is this little right there. Is that right? And we'll be able to do 2 sections with this one. Both will be yours. Do you have a link for the swivel holder? I do. There's a link for it in my bio. It's the Loops and Threads craft stand, and I got it from Michael's. I just sneezed my light flash before my eyes. That is the worst. That is the worst when that happens. Wonderful, thank you. No problem. Probably because I'm sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. Being sick is the worst. Kittens, what are you doing over there? believe me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm normally never sick. Me neither. I rarely get sick, and when I do, oh man. Makes me very grumpy. I usually get like really, really sick. Indeed, fighting to cool myself. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are all feeling crummy. Really, August? Hey, you get out of that plant, sir. Get. Stare him down. Make sure he's not going to climb into the plant again. You don't live there. That plant is not your home. It's not your bed. You have like 15 beds. You have like 3 cat perches. One of them is massive. It is a cat castle. It is a palace. And you choose to climb into the plant. Have you tried markup RXP yet? No, I haven't. So you're just starting. I'm already on my second sinus infection. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Alright, I'm gonna jump over here. I know this isn't technically touching, but it's close enough to count. I'm gonna jump there. Is that right? Yes. There we go. Like, this has been a long year already so far. It's been good for me, but I know a lot of people have been saying it's been a rough year so far for them. I'm sorry that it has been a rough year for some of you. I hope that it gets better. I'm glad to not be in California anymore, so I can't be too upset. Wednesday. You going skidding and crashing again? You want to play fetch? Come here. Bring it here. No, don't walk down the hallway. Bring me the toy and I'll throw it for you, you silly kitten. You made a lot of progress today. Aw, thank you. And we finished Sylveon earlier, too. It was nice to finish that one. I felt like that one was taking forever. Get away from me. Trying to go through there, you don't belong. Lumi. Cheers, Lumi. All right. It looks like it is just about 10:30. So I'm gonna finish up with this color real quick, and then I am gonna call it a night. Because even though tomorrow is a holiday and I'm not doing homeschool with the kids and my partner's not going to work, I was up way, way, way too late the last couple nights, and I woke up just in so much pain because of it, because I was miserable. So there's that. Yes, cheers. Alright, so let's try off this color. Yeah, like my joints were hurting. And Little Fish was like, oh, well, like we got a bunch of rain on Friday. And he's like, I wonder if your joints are hurting because like you're used to living in California where you don't really get like low pressure systems. And like now, like it poured all day Friday. And he was like, I wonder if your joints are hurting because of the weather. And I was like, that is like legitimately something that I thought was like a myth in movies when people would be like, oh, it's gonna rain, my joints are hurting. It turns out it might not be, and I might be one of them people. So that's disappointing. Sylveon looks so good. Oh, thank you. Oh, hi, Basic Mom. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. What holiday is tomorrow? Tomorrow is, I think it's President's Day? Something like that? Yeah, President's Day in the U.S. Orange! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. It's definitely not a myth. See, I grew up in a desert where it doesn't rain, and we have been in a drought for the past 30 years, at least as long as I can remember. So I don't know what, like, hey, it's gonna rain feels like in my body, so I'm learning that now. So that's a whole thing. I definitely thought it was a joke. I definitely did not know that that was a real thing. I've been in a bunch of joint pain, which is not uncommon for me, which is why, like, I didn't think anything of it, because I have a chronic pain condition, so, like, if I wake up in pain, I'm just like, ah, yes, I'm having a bad day. We move on with life. But anyway, not everybody's like that. That's okay. Oh, I hit the thing. I apologize. Sorry about that. Okay. So, it happens when it snows, too. I'm gonna have to learn all about this. Time to text my Chinese teacher. Probably should get on that. It's like a superpower. All right. So what am I looking for? I need that to pop over here. So if you are on Twitch, when I say link in bio, that is what I'm talking about. That is the link that will take you to all the things. If you are on TikTok, when I say link in bio, you know how to find the link in my bio. So end of stream, wrap up stuff. First and foremost, I want to thank all of my patron supporters. You guys mean the world to me, and you guys help make it so I can continue to do what I do and actually, you know, make a little bit of money off of it and not just be doing all of this for free. So thank you so much to Shirley L, Lynn B, Amber Castaneda. I can speak, I swear. Lisa Krafzik and Demented Lemming. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I hope you guys love all of the patterns and stuff. I love making them and I love stitching them, and this is like my hobby, passion, whatever. Other than that, if you would like to become a patron at the $7 tier, it is our monthly pattern club, and so you get access to Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, and Pikachu all the time, and then you also get 2 other Pokemon patterns each month, and it switches out each month. So this month it is Venusaur and Blastoise. Those will only be available for the Pattern of the Month club members for another week or so. March 1st, it'll switch out and it'll be 2 new ones. If you join at the $12 tier, you get access to my entire library of Pokemon patterns. And as I've kind of been talking about throughout the stream, I am updating all of my patterns. So I've already released 4 this month. I've released Venusaur, Blastoise, Luvdisc, and Abra. And I'm also going through all of my older ones and I'm giving them a refresh, and I'm completely starting them from scratch. The color palettes should be pretty close to how they were before, but the sizes are going to be a little bit different. They're going to look closer to what the actual sprites look like. They're going to be a little bit more like true to how they were designed. So that's really exciting, and I'm really excited to start getting those up. Currently, version 1 is still up there. I will be updating to version 2 soon. So that is coming. If you do not or cannot support as a patron, but you would still like access to the patterns, I do have an Etsy shop with some of the most popular patterns on there, including the original starters, including Eevee and all of the evolutions. I've got Gengar up there, and a few others. Not all of them are going to be posted up there. Some of them are going to be exclusive to the patrons. So Love Disc is never going to see the light of day on Etsy, and things like that. So as I create more and release more of them are going to end up being exclusive over time. If you don't know how to cross stitch and want to learn, I do have a how to cross stitch guide. The link is in the bio. Links to all of this stuff is all linked in the bio. So I do have a how to cross stitch guide. I'm also doing my how to cross stitch tutorial series over on TikTok. I have a couple videos up. I didn't get around to making any videos this week, but I'm hoping to get around to a few more of those. For those of you who are here tonight, you saw how I did a center start without doing the full grid. So that's what I'm doing tonight. That's why we're not doing any polls to vote on what colors I'm stitching right now, because I'm showing the center start method and how you stitch out from that. So Leafeon's going to be done with the center stitch method. The next one I'll probably go back to doing my gridding just because that's what I prefer. If you are on TikTok and you'd like to join the Twitch stream, the link is in the bio for that. We have rewards and things like that you can redeem, like forcing me to hydrate, getting me to give my pets treats, and contributing towards the Let's Play a Game challenge where I pretend to be a gamer for a night. Last time Little Fish joined me and we played some Overcooked. Next time I think I'm going to play Stardew Valley, or possibly bust out my old Pokemon Red or Blue on like my Game Boy and like play that and like possibly let you guys vote on like what starters I pick and like stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure I'm not sure quite how that would work and if it would work well. But I'm open to ideas if you guys have them. If you like the embroidery craft stand, I have a link to that in my bio. I'm also going to be I need to add links to like the needle minder and the bobbin holder that I have, because I know people keep asking about those, and those are both from Etsy and this is from Michael's. But yeah, so if you want to see recaps of the Twitch stream, or if you missed them, I do post them up onto my YouTube as well, usually the day after. Jinx for Life, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And that's it. If you'd like to join our Discord, we have a wonderful Discord server. It's pretty TTRPG heavy. That was originally what it was created for, but we do have a pretty robust craft section as well. And we have a ton of people on there who are artists and crafters and makers of all kinds. There's a lot of crossover between those groups. So if you've ever wanted to play a TTRPG of any kind, a lot of us play D&D, a bunch of us play Pathfinder, and we also love trying out new stuff as well. We're also hosting a self-care challenge every month, and it gets you in the running to have a game night with me where you're actually playing games with me. So this month we played Raccoon Sky Pirates. I think next month we're just going to do Jackbox or something along those lines, a little bit quicker and like get through games a little bit faster, and usually they're pretty silly. We lean pretty heavy into the chaos over there, so just be aware, we're goblins. We're absolute chaos goblins. But it's so much fun, and the community is so wonderful and supportive, and I adore everybody over there on the community so much. So if you hear me calling people out by name here on TikTok or on the Twitch channel, there's a really good chance that I've actually talked to them, you know, on the Discord server and things like that. And they come over and join over here as well. Like Lumi, Nana, Vex, Rose, Atenshi. You guys are all super wonderful. I love having you guys come over and hang out with me and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you want to get to know me more one-on-one and stuff like that, that's a great place to do that, is through the Discord. I at least check in every day. I don't always post, but I'm always reading, you know, the stuff that goes through there, and getting to know people and stuff like that. And I hop onto like the voice chats and stuff like that. And like I said, we do like game nights and we run D&D games and we share the art that we're working on and stuff like that. So anyway, I have babbled for far too long and I apologize. But thank you all so much for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure as always. Thank you to Game Chops for the remixed video game music that we've been bopping along to, or at least I've been bopping along to all night. I don't know about you guys. But it is becoming the soundtrack to my life. I keep turning it on like even outside of stream time. But anyway, thank you guys for joining, and we will continue working on Leafeon on Wednesday. As always, I stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 Eastern time until about 10:30 or so. But again, thank you guys. I'm hoping to do a couple of bonus lives this week. Like I said, I've been having a lot of pain lately, so we'll see how I'm feeling. I'm not going to make any promises, but hopefully I will be able to squeeze in a couple of bonus lives sometime this week. So I hope to see you there. If you want to hop on and say hi, I love it when people come into the chat and talk to me as I stitch. It helps my Chaos Gremlin brain have more things to babble about. But anyway, thank you, and I love you all, and thank you for being part of my chaotic goblin existence, and good night.